Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the current affairs. Today we are going to discuss the current affairs of 31st December 2024. So let's start and see what are the things we can learn from this particular day, what are the things we can add into our notebooks, and what are the things we can particularly see that we can also expect in our exams, in the upcoming exams as the question. So let's start our session, guys. So before we start, these are the topics I got covered for you. So I've got national news, banking and finance, defense, science and technology, sports, summits and conferences, appointments and resignations, awards and recognitions. So we will discuss each one of them one by one. So let's start and see what are the things we can learn. Before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Okay, so first news that we have with us is the 116th month ki baat, welcoming a milestone year. So basically in 2014, when the Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister of India for the first time, in that particular year, he started a campaign or a particular a new type of system in which he particularly directly talk with the people of this country. It is a one-way talk, and in which he is addressing the country through All India Radio, and that program is named as Man Ki Baat. And every time he address the country through this particular option, he particularly talks about different type of things, any particular festival that is coming about, any particular type of event that is coming about, and all the other things, any particular industry that he is working on, and all that thing. So this is the 116th time that he addressed the country through this particular way. So let's read that what he particularly talked about. So as 2025 approaches, India is set to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Constitution of India. So as we know, on 26 January 1950, the Constitution was enacted in the whole country, and we became the Republic of India, and we also became a sovereign country. And in 2025, on 26 January, it will be 75 years in total. We will be celebrating the 76th Republic Day, but it will be 75 years in total that we had become sovereign and republic. So he talked about that. The Prime Minister in the 116th episode of Man Ki Baat shared insights and aspirations for the country's progress and unity. The address covered diverse themes including cultural heritage, health, and sports. He talked about different type of topics, as I said earlier. The Prime Minister emphasizes the vision and dedication of the nation's founding fathers. So he also particularly remembered the vision and the work that our founding fathers had done for the independence of this country and make this country a sovereign country. So do remember, this was the 116th Man Ki Baat. Election Commission of India publishes detailed data for Lok Sabha and Assembly polls 2024. So the Election Commission of India released the comprehensive data for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Voter turnout increased with 64.64 crore votes polled, a 7.43% rise in registered electors. So basically it is a data regarding the Lok Sabha elections that were held from April 2024 to May 2024, and results were announced in June 2024. So basically, in that particular scenario, the data is that 64.64 crore votes are total polled, and that is a 7.43 rise in the registered electors. There were higher participation from women and third gender voters, with women electors now comprising 48.62% of the electorate. National parties secured 63.35% of valid votes, while independent candidates performed modestly with the 7 elected out of 3921 contestants. So do remember, all these data. These are particularly published by the Election Commission of India. That comes under Article 324. And the responsibility of Election Commission of India is to conduct the elections like president, elections of president, vice president, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, Legislative Assembly, and Legislative Council. Do remember that the elections of Panchayat and municipalities are conducted by the State Election Commission. GDP to grow at 6.6% in financial year 25, according to RBI. So the highest authority of banking in our country, the Reserve Bank of India, the RBI, projected India's GDP growth at 6.6% for financial year 25. Do remember, all the banking students, please do remember, this is important. In its December 2024 financial stability report. So whomever of you are preparing for your banking exams and going to take another banking exam or another exam, either SSC also or railways also, this point will be valid for all of you, because this type of question may be directly asked in your exams. So according to the RBI, in December 2024, according to the financial stability report, the India's GDP growth will be 6.6% for the financial year 25. The growth is driven by a revival in rural consumption, increased government spending, and strong services exports. Despite a moderation in GDP growth to 6% in H1, that is the half yearly of financial year 25, from 8.2% in the H1, that is the half yearly first half of the financial year 24. The RBI highlighted India's economic resilience. Risks such as moderation in urban demand, global uncertainties, and protective trade policies were noted. So do remember one thing in this news, that RBI has projected that it would be 6.6% in the financial year 25. What is 6.6%? The GDP of India. RBI introduces name lookup for NEFT and RTGS. So let's talk about that also. So the Reserve Bank of India announced a name lookup facility for RTGS and NEFT system. This feature aims to reduce fraud and errors by allowing remitters to verify the beneficiary's name before initiating transactions. The National Payment Corporation of India will develop the system to be implemented by April 1, 2025. The facility will be free for users and accessible via internet banking, mobile banking, and bank branches. So do remember that RBI has introduced the name lookup for NEFT and RTGS. India's defense exports crossed rupees 21,000 crore, according to Mr. Defense Minister, Mr. Rajnath Singh. So if we talk about defense exports, then that means that what we are developing indigenously in our country, we are particularly exporting that, and through that we have particularly got the revenue of rupees 21,000 crore. So that is the data. So let's read out further. So India's defense exports have surged to a record rupees 21,000 crore from rupees 2,000 crore a decade ago. So approximately 10 years ago, that is in 2014, the export was around 2,000 crore only, and today it is 21,000 crore. Defense Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh announced this during a visit to the Army War College in Mau Cantonment. Singh set an ambitious target. Mr. Singh set an ambitious target of rupees 50,000 crore in defense exports by 2029. So this is an important data. Do remember that, and do remember this data as well. This growth highlights India's expanding role in the global defense market. So do remember that India's defense exports cross rupees 21,000 crore, according to Mr. Rajnath Singh. China unveils world's fastest high-speed train prototype. So basically it is a prototype, and they are working on it. Maybe in future this will be the fastest train in the world. In one of the news also we discussed about the largest dam they are building on the river called Zangpo. That is basically also known as the Brahmaputra in India. So do remember that. So China has introduced the CR450, the world's fastest high-speed train prototype, with test speed reaching 450 km per hour. And to refresh your memory, do remember that recently the astronauts from China have made a record of the longest ever spacewalk of around 9 hours at a Tiangong space station. That is the space station of China. The CR-450 surpasses the current CR-400 Foxing trains, which have a speed of 350 km per hour. This innovation combines speed with advancements in energy efficiency, safety, and passenger comfort. China aims to expand its high-speed rail network to 70,000 km by 2035, solidifying its leadership in global rail system. So do remember that China unveils world's fastest high-speed train prototype. ISRO launches historic SpaceX mission for space docking. So basically, ISRO successfully launched the SpaceX mission to demonstrate space docking capabilities. Docking basically means, as we know, according to the shipyard, that docking is the place where ships are docked while they are not making any voyage or something. So basically, in space also, we require some instruments to work on a regular basis, because sometimes we require a particular type of satellite, something technical issue will be there, and we require some instruments to be sent, or particularly some kind of repair work to be done. So for this purpose, this SpaceX mission demonstrates space docking capabilities. ISRO has successfully launched this mission. The mission was launched from the Satish Dhawan Space Center, that is Shar, on 30th December 2024. The PSLV C-60 rocket carried two small spacecraft, SDX-01 Chaser and SDX-02 Target, to low Earth orbit. This mission positions ISRO as the fourth global player in space docking technologies after Russia, US, and China. So do remember that after Russia, US, and China, India is also in the field of capability of enhancing the capability to have the space docking technology. Hemant Mudappa secures 3 national titles, extend record to 15. So Hemant Mudappa won the triple crown in the final round of FMSCI Indian National Motorcycle Drag Racing Championship. With this victory, Mudappa took his total number of national titles to 15. Known as the Drag King in the Indian motorsport, Mudappa raced with a fractured thumb from a recent crash. His resilience and skill were evident as he clinches title in multiple categories. So do remember, Hemant Mudappa secures 3 national titles. Kerala wins Senior National Men's Handball Championship. Kerala won their first ever Senior National Men's Handball Championship title. And basically they defeated Chandigarh. So they triumphed over Chandigarh with the 34th to 31 victory in a thrilling final. Kerala delivered an impressive performance throughout the match, reaching the final for the first time. Devendra was named the best player of the championship, while Rahul received the best goalkeeper award. So do remember that recently Kerala wins the Senior National Men's Handball Championship. Another important news from another league. So Haryana Steelers clinches maiden PKL title. What is PKL? That is the Pro Kabaddi League. So the Haryana Steelers clinched their first ever Pro Kabaddi League title on December 29, 2024. They defeated the Patna Pirates in a thrilling final at the Shri Shiv Chhatrapati Sports Complex in Pune. The Steelers secured a commanding 32-23 victory, showcasing stellar performance from key players. The final was a test of both offensive and defensive strategy, with the Steelers maintaining control throughout the game. Do remember one thing, that raid. You must have heard about this word raid. So raid is also a term that is associated with different type of agencies when they are particularly raiding someone. But if we are talking in terms of sports, so do remember that raid is a term that is associated with Kabaddi. So do remember that. And Haryana Steelers clinches the maiden PKL title. India to host first Waves Summit in February 2025. So India will host the first ever World Audio Visual Entertainment Summit from February 5 to 9, 2025. Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced this during his Mann Ki Baat radio address. Waves aim to position India as a hub for world-class content creation and creative collaboration. The event is expected to bring leaders from media, entertainment, and creative industries worldwide to New Delhi. And if we talk about the audio-visual entertainment, so recently India also got engaged into a memorandum for this kind of audio-visual entertainment with the Colombia, that is a country in South America. Do remember that. And now India is hosting a first ever World Audio-Visual Entertainment Summit from February 5 to 9 in 2025. So do remember that. And this was announced by Mr. Narendra Modi during his Mann Ki Baat, which was the 116th Mann Ki Baat address. Vitul Kumar appointed officiating Director General of CRPF. So Vitul Kumar, a 1993 batch IPS officer from the Uttar Pradesh cadre, has been appointed as the officiating Director General of the CRPF. He takes over the following the retirement of Anish Dayal Singh on December 31st, 2024. Kumar is currently serving as the Special Director General of the CRPF. His appointment ensures the continuity in leadership during a crucial period, especially in regions like Chhattisgarh and Manipur. So do remember that Mr. Vitul Kumar has been appointed as the Director General of CRPF, that is Central Reserve Police Force. Rajat Verma appointed CEO of DBS Bank India. So Rajat Verma, the current head of the institutional banking group at DBS Bank India, has been appointed as the new CEO. His appointment is effective from 1st March 2025 following the retirement of Surujit Shom. Verma's appointment, subject to RBI approval, marks a new phase for DBS India. With over 27 years of banking experience, Verma has significantly contributed to DBS India operations. So do remember that Rajat Verma appointed the CEO of DBS Bank India. And always remember that if any kind of bank it is, either private or public, the approval of RBI is certain and obvious because RBI is the highest regulatory body of banking in our country. It was founded in 1934, and all the particular regulations and compliance will be done according to the compliance of the or guidelines of the RBI. Justice V. Rama Subramanian appointed NHRC chairperson. So Justice V. Rama Subramanian, former Supreme Court judge, has been appointed as the new chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission. The position had been vacant since Justice retired Arun Kumar Mishra tenure ended on 1st June 2024. Interim leadership was provided by NHRC member Vijay Bharti Sayani until Rama Subramanian's appointment. Justice Mishra was the first non-CGI to hold a NHRC chairperson post since the Protection of Human Rights Act was amended in 2019. So earlier there was a provision that only the retired CGI will be the head of the NHRC. But in 2019, this point has been changed and amended. And Justice Mishra, who particularly retired recently, was the first non-CGI person who hold the NHRC chairperson post. And currently, who is the chairman? Mr. Justice V. Rama Subramanian. Do remember his name. NHRC is basically National Human Rights Commission, and there is a provision always that this particular commission will be headed by the retired CGI, but not now. And one more thing, that it particularly takes care about the different type of human rights, either for the citizens of India or either for the people of this country or any person who is particularly visiting in our country. SAIL, that is Steel Authority of India Limited, earns Great Place to Work recognition for second year. So Steel Authority of India Limited has been recertified as a Great Place to Work for the period December 2023 to December 2024. This marks the SAIL's second consecutive certification from the Great Place to Work Institute India. The certification underscores SAIL's commitment to creating a positive work environment. SAIL continues to foster trust and empowers its employees through innovative HR practices. So do remember that if we are talking about SAIL, so it is the great place to work according to the uh, data which we are receiving, and for the second consecutive time from December 2023 to December 2024. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you learned great things and enhanced your general knowledge with me in this session. And that will help you in your upcoming exams. And I will meet you in the next session in which we will discuss some more things related to the current affairs like this. And till the time we meet, bye bye. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.